Think killer features don't come cheap? Think again. In this video, we've got the inside scoop on 5 of the most insanely awesome budget smartphones that are seriously rockin' 2024. Packed with power and oozing with style, these bad boys bring insane value without making your wallet cry. We're talking cameras that capture crystal clear shots, displays that'll blow your mind, and performance that can keep up with phones twice the price. From battery life that goes the distance to designs that turn heads, we've hunted down 2024's best budget smartphone gems. And don't stress, we've hooked you up with links to all the cool stuff we're talking about. Just check the description box below. Kicking off the list at our number 5 spot is Apple's budget-friendly iPhone SE 2022 edition. Now, I know some Android fans might be rolling their eyes, but hear me out on why the latest iPhone SE delivers tremendous value despite its low price tag. For starters, the iPhone SE 2022 runs on the same ultra-powerful A15 Bionic processor found in Apple's more premium iPhone 13 and 14 lineups. This 6-core CPU and 4-core GPU allow the iPhone SE to absolutely blow away other cheap Android devices when it comes to both CPU and graphics performance. The A15 Bionic chip also enables excellent photographic chops packed into the iPhone SE's single 12-megapixel wide camera lens on the rear. While some may gripe about the lack of an ultra-wide or telephoto lens, the iPhone SE's computational photography powered by the A15 chip fills those gaps nicely through digital zoom, panoramas, and focused portraits. Now, as far as the design goes, the iPhone SE 2022 retains the identical look Apple introduced way back in 2015 with the iPhone 6 and iPhone 7 generations. So you get some pretty chunky bezels surrounding the tiny 4.7-inch LCD panel. It definitely looks dated compared to the sleek, nearly all-screen styling of the latest iPhones as well as competitive Android devices. There's also no high refresh rate display, which is a bummer. And even budget Android rivals like the Galaxy A54 and Pixel 7a boast OLED panels versus the iPhone SE's cheaper LCD tech. But Apple does make up for it through consistent color accuracy and true tone adjustments. Plus, some folks may prefer the old-school home button with built-in Touch ID fingerprint sensor versus newer phones relying on in-screen power or key fingerprint readers. At the end of the day, for Apple fans on extremely tight budgets, you'd be hard-pressed finding another device that can match the seamless iOS ecosystem experience plus still get you blazing fast performance beyond most cheap Android counterparts, all for under $430. It remains the undisputed value leader in Apple's smartphone lineup focused on the basics. Securing the respectable number 4 spot in my budget phone countdown is Google's affordably priced Pixel 6a, released back in mid-2022. This device still holds up nicely as we head deeper into 2024, thanks to some unique advantages when it comes to photographic capabilities through Google's own Tensor G1 chip, plus the clean Android software experience. Let's dive into the details. The Pixel 6a runs on Google's own custom-designed system on a chip it calls Tensor G1. This chip powers all of Google's special AI and machine learning to not only make the phone secure and smooth, but especially enable advanced camera features you won't find anywhere else. In terms of photo quality, the Pixel 6a sports 2 capable 12-megapixel cameras covering standard and ultra-wide-angle shots. Colors and contrast levels are lifelike and balanced across different lighting scenarios from sun-filled landscapes to dimly lit restaurants. Google's processing gives images a nice depth and richness you don't typically see in budget phone cameras. For low-light shots, night sight brightens up shadowy areas nicely so no detail gets left behind just because lighting conditions aren't ideal. And motion mode is great for capturing crisp action without worrying about motion blur. Long story short, if you want fantastic cameras, clean Android UI, and Google's latest AI photography along with speech recognition advancements for budget pricing, look no further than the Google Pixel 6a. Considering you can find it on sale these days for insanely low prices, it's an amazing value. In our number 3 spot for top budget phone is a newcomer aimed at the US market for 2024, the OnePlus 12R. This sleek smartphone secures a solid spot thanks to its visually stunning 6.78-inch display, battery life that just won't quit, plus ample processing muscle, all costing less than $500. First, let's talk about arguably the OnePlus 12R's most impressive spec: all-day battery life that goes the distance. Thanks to a large 5,500 mAh cell paired with efficiency-focused Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset, this phone just keeps going and going. The OnePlus 12R does support 80-watt wired charging too, so even if you do manage to finally drain the battery down, you can plug it in and get from 0 to 100% speeds in less than an hour. Visuals also shine bright and colorful on the OnePlus 12R's big 6.78-inch FHD Plus screen. It utilizes AMOLED technology for inky blacks and vibrant images at up to 4,500 nits peak brightness. You also get silky smooth scrolling and transitions thanks to the 120Hz refresh rate. Whether watching movies and YouTube videos or browsing the web, everything looks fantastic on the OnePlus 12R panel, even under intense daylight. Imaging quality is decent, but a step below the computational chops of the iPhone SE and Pixel 6a shooters. But let's circle back to talking about the processing capabilities, because the OnePlus 12R brings plenty of muscle. It runs on the flagship-grade Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 platform, also found in premium devices costing twice as much. You get blazing app launch times around 1.5 seconds, high FPS gameplay with graphics turned all the way up in titles like Call of Duty Mobile and Asphalt 9. Plus, excellent multitasking behaviors even when jumping between messaging apps, Slack, email, TikTok, and more. Long story short, if you want a budget phone with enough battery capacity to easily last from sunrise to sunset and performance that rivals far pricier flagships, the OnePlus 12R is a slick option. Now into the semi-final stretch. Coming in at runner-up for the best budget phone is none other than the Google Pixel 7a. Thanks to Google's advanced Tensor G2 chip enabling unmatched photography skills paired with neat AI software tricks, all wrapped up at just $479 unlocked. Let's analyze what gives the Pixel 7a the edge over rivals when it comes to delivering premium phone experiences on a budget. The biggest asset Google equipped into the Pixel 7a is their new second-generation Tensor G2 processor. It builds off the machine learning and image processing foundations laid with the first Tensor release. You get cool tools like Magic Eraser for removing unwanted objects or people in photo backgrounds, Motion Mode for clear action shots, and Photo Unblur to fix fuzzy pics. Plus, real tone adjustments in portrait mode ensure accurate skin tones across all demographics. And the Pixel 7a introduces a new cinematic blur technique that replicates the dramatic depth of field and bokeh matching cinema camera gear costing tens of thousands. Overall, image quality stands shoulders above budget phone competition. Vibrant colors, crisp details in shadows, and highlights even when lighting isn't ideal. The Pixel 7a flexes advanced HDR methods for balanced exposures along with 19 different camera framing guides for the perfect composed shot every time, like a pro. Google also tweaked the outer hardware to make the Pixel 7a fit right alongside today's nearly bezel-less devices. You get a crisp 6.1-inch OLED display with slimmer borders all around for a more immersive viewing experience. It also supports 24-bit color depth for truly vibrant imagery, uncommon in affordable smartphones. Rounding things out, the Pixel 7a delivers excellent app response, fluid gaming, and satisfying user experiences courtesy of Google's own Tensor G2 chip optimizations. Plus, a large 4,385 mAh battery easily provides all-day endurance even for power users. Throw in Qi wireless charging support, which is basically unheard of in budget devices, plus an IP67 dust and water resistance. As you can see, the Google Pixel 7a goes that extra mile to outclass rivals in user experiences while maintaining wallet friendliness. Finally, at the peak of budget smartphone mountain sits the Samsung Galaxy A54. After lots of comparisons, Samsung wins my vote for the very best budget phone you can buy in 2024. Here's a deep dive into why it outshines the crowd when it comes to delivering premium features and performance at just $449 unlocked. Right out of the box, the Galaxy A54 makes a fantastic first impression with its thin profile and smooth, rounded edges that feel great in hand. The rear panel opts for a glossy glass-like finish rather than cheaper plastic seen on affordable rivals. And color options like Awesome Violet look super slick, especially against the matching violet frame. All of this gives a very premium appearance that punches far above its sub-$500 pricing. Yet despite the slick styling, Samsung still equips the A54 with hardy durability features like an IP67 water and dust resistance. You also get an absolutely stunning 6.4-inch FHD Plus display utilizing Samsung's famous AMOLED panel technology for deep contrast and vivid colors. Everything from videos to games and photos looks fantastic on the Galaxy A54 screen. One of the biggest improvements over 2022's A53 comes in the photography department, where Samsung equips the same high-resolution 50-megapixel main sensor found in their flagship Galaxy S23 series. This advanced camera lens and upgraded processing enables excellent clarity in daytime shots with abundance of detail. Low-light performance also impresses for the price range with respectable brightness and noise reduction when shooting nightscapes or indoor events. The ultra-wide and macro secondary lenses pull their weight too, giving you nice creative framing versatility. While the Pixel 7a still wins for overall image quality prowess, the Galaxy A54 proves itself as a very competent mobile shooter. Powering you through even the busiest days is a large 5,000 mAh battery pack inside the Galaxy A54. It lasts an average of over 11 hours when running the display at 60Hz refresh. Bump that up to the full 120Hz mode and you still get nearly 10 hours of runtime with heavy use. Either way, you shouldn't have any issues making it to bedtime without needing to top up the A54 battery midday. When it does come time to recharge, you get a speedy 25-watt brick-in-a-box that goes from 0 to 100% in about 70 minutes. Plus, the A54 works with other universal USB PD chargers that you likely already own. Handling all your apps, gaming, and multitasking needs is one of Samsung's new Exynos 1380 processors. It delivers excellent mid-range muscle, matching similarly priced Qualcomm chips in the Snapdragon 700 tier. That translates to snappy app launches typically under 2 seconds, graphics-intensive games running smooth at high settings, and seamlessly hopping around multiple tasks. Now, it's not going to compete with flagship powerhouses like the A15 Bionic and iPhone SE, but for juggling everyday needs from TikTok to Spotify to Uber rides and more, you shouldn't experience any slowdowns. And there you have it. My picks for the top 5 best budget-friendly smartphones you can buy in 2024 based on extensive analysis. I hope the full countdown and detailed reviews on each of my affordable top phone picks for 2024 has been super helpful for your buying decisions. For more information and updated prices, check the links in the description box below. Also, let me know which one is your personal favorite, or if you have any questions. And don't forget to subscribe for more of my tech reviews and comparisons. Thanks for watching.